So it looks like last week's episode of Love After Lockup was the last for the season because last night's episode morphed into Life After Lockup. So that's what I want to talk about today. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. I'm the She in Sheality TV. But first things first, I primarily talk about reality TV goings on this channel, but I recently started a new channel that is mostly social and lifestyle commentary, and that channel is called Brain Candy. I'll leave the link to that channel in the description box for this video below. Now let's get back to reality. Okay, like I said in the intro, last night was not Love After Lockup, it was Life After Lockup. And let's first talk about Stan and Lisa. So if you watched the episode, you already know this, and if not, I guess I have to be the bearer of sad tidings and tell you that Stan got Lisa's name tattooed on his soggy behind. And they actually showed her name tattooed on his ass. I don't know what you guys, but are you getting the same impression that I'm getting? And that impression is that Stan went from, like, this dude has done a complete 180, right? First he was all paranoid and like Mr. Hyde-ish and doesn't trust her and all this other kind of stuff. And now he's like giving her his credit card, getting her name tattooed on his backside. I don't know, this dude has just done a complete 180 and I'm confused. He seems like a different person. Like, you know, now he's saying that he's in love with her and his friends, the goofballs. I'm gonna use Angela's name for Michael's friends and bring them on over to Life After Lockup with Stan and the other two old men. The old men ask him if he's in love with her and he says he loves her, but when they ask if he thinks that she loves him, he says he doesn't know. And they think that, oh, she's just after him for his money. Okay, but do we not remember how they met? They met on a sugar daddy website. So why is she evil for wanting him for his money? That's exactly how they met. He wanted a young, hot woman because he told her he had money, and she was there to find a man who had money. That said, Stan ain't got money. I don't care what anybody says. This man is not a millionaire. He's not. He catfished her. He is a financial catfish. He got on that site faking like he's a millionaire. That's why she thinks he's a millionaire, because she found him on a sugar daddy website, right? He's a catfish, plain and simple. He went on there saying that he has money, trying to find a woman who wanted a man who has money, and he found a woman who wants a man who has money, and now he's pissed. Dude, what? She should be angry that he doesn't have money. And you know what? I don't blame her for wanting to spend his money, because that's how she found him, on a sugar daddy website. Well, what is she supposed to do now? Pretend like she loves him? Why would she do that? She'd be an idiot to pretend that she loves him now. She should be asking for his credit card, because that's what you're supposed to expect when you find a woman on a sugar daddy website, because you want to be a sugar daddy. But he doesn't have the money to be a sugar daddy, and he can't tell her that now, right? This is not the dude who just started dating an inmate. He started dating her before she went to jail because he wanted to be a sugar daddy. So in this episode, she asks him for money because she wants to go shopping. And you know, we're all like, well, look at her asking just like she's entitled to it. She is. She is entitled to it. And the reason that I say she's entitled to it is because of, again, how they met, right? She was looking for a man that she'd be able to just go to him for his credit card and go shopping. She was looking for a man who would be okay with that. And she supposedly found Stan. But I'm telling you, Stan is not a millionaire. Stan is just a plain old horny old man who was looking for a young woman to get his jollies with. He's not a millionaire. Anyways, She asks for his credit card, and he says, well, how much are you going to spend on it? And she says, well, I don't know. What's my limit? Like, do I have a limit or whatever? And he says, like, $5 or $10. I'm telling you, he ain't a millionaire. He's a cheap old man who waters down his dish soap. Dude waters down his dish soap. Millionaire doesn't need to water down his dish soap. Now, there are some of you who are going to say, oh, well, maybe he's just frugal. Maybe he is a millionaire and he's just frugal. No, he's not. Sure, he lives in a nice house, but I'm sorry, no. He drives a Mustang like he thinks he's 30. And that raccoon that he's got sitting on his head, no, dude, that doesn't make him look younger at all. Again, sorry, she takes his credit card, she goes shopping, and she spends like almost $400, right? On clothes. Okay, fair enough. She goes with her, she's there with a friend, and the friend is like asking her questions like, does she love him or whatever? And tell me if you think I'm wrong. I'm kind of chapped about the whole fact that everybody is so gung-ho for Lisa to love Stan. And Lisa didn't meet Stan in that kind of pretense at all. She met him as someone, like I said, and I'll probably say it 100 times in this video, she met him as someone who's looking for a man with money, for his money, period. I don't understand why he thinks that she should love him. He needs to go find someone else. Anyways, that's really all that happened between Lisa and Stan in this episode. He got that ugly tattoo on his ugly backside, and she took his credit card and spent money on it. That's it for them. Let's talk about Brittany and Ray. So I said in my last Love After Lockup video, I'm sorry, my spirit is just not taking to Brittany at all. Doesn't Ray remind you of like a 16-year-old, the way he's so quiet and so reserved and so, whatever she wants kind of? She makes me feel like she's taking advantage of his laid back, quiet, almost shy nature to bully him into giving her a ring and marrying her and having kids. And like, her biological clock is screaming, it's stomping, it's kicking at the door, right? And this poor guy is like, I just got out of jail. He just wants to get a job and live his life. And here he managed to get this woman who is nagging him. In this episode, she turns up the heat with the,
I want a ring, I want a ring, I want a ring, I want a ring, I want to get married in a year, I want to have kids, I want to...
The whole deal. And this poor guy is like, okay, well, maybe this is the right time for me to drop this bomb on her. And he tells her, I just want to get a job so I can start paying my restitution. And she's like, paying your restitution? Okay, well, how much is your restitution? My man owes $143,000 in restitution that he has to pay back. So something tells me they ain't gonna be having the life that she planned for them to have. And there's a piece of me that's feeling like Ray is like just biding his time and trying to figure out how best to step out of this relationship. Like, sure, everything is all sunshine and roses right now, but I don't think it's gonna last. And there's a piece of me that feels like Brittany's not gonna be the one to end it, because this is her only chance, right? She's treating him like he is her only shot, right? So when she says,
I want a ring, I want a ring, I want a ring.
And that's when he decided to tell her, well, I owe 143 grand. And she's like surprised, because this is the first time she's hearing that he has to pay back that kind of money in restitution, right? So I don't know, maybe they'll stay together. I'm kind of doubting it. I don't know. How many people would stay with someone that they got into a relationship with and then found out that they owed 143 grand to the government? Now, my question is, if they get married, does that debt become her debt, or is that just his because it's a different kind of debt? You know what I mean? It's not credit card debt, it's not a student loan, it's not, and even a student loan would still only be his, I think. I don't know if that would turn into her debt as well. But I know that once they get married, any credit card debt that he has would become her debt. So is restitution the same? Is his $143,000 restitution, would that become her debt as well? That's the question. That's what I think she should look into. Never mind, I want a ring, I want a baby, I want all this other kind of stuff. Like, what kind of, I don't know. I think in this case, she really does need to listen to her parents. She really does. I know that as parents, sometimes we think we know everything. And for the most part, we do because we've been through it. But, dude, like, rescuing a felon and trapping him into marrying you, what kind of human being can't see that that's a bad idea? I don't know. Anyways, that's all I've got for Life After Lockup right now. Don't forget to come visit me over on Brain Candy, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.